Welcome to the Grizzled Geek in Review. I'm Mike.
And I'm Doug.
And this is all of the nerd news you need to know for the week of November 3rd.
Yeah.
Wow, where did this year go?
It went quick.
I'm like, wow. Okay, man, November already. All right, we're doing this. Well, Thor opens today, folks. So what are you doing watching this? Go out and see Thor. Then come back and watch it. We'll have our review up soon.
Yep.
What we thought about Thor. We probably liked it. I'm not going to, don't want to spoil it yet, but
No spoilers.
that's what we probably liked it. It is apparently a lot of people are liking this movie because it's tracking pretty high. It's set to outpace Spider-Man
Okay.
Homecoming on ticket sales. I mean, this is just from one source, Fandango.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's the biggest source of movie tickets, but it's outpacing their sales. It's expected to gross $400 million worldwide by Sunday. So, almost,
yeah, because it's already opened in some
Yeah.
markets,
Just-
and it's already made over 100 million.
yeah, 109 million worldwide right now.
We're probably going to hit 100. They're saying 125. I think it'll be more.
Wow.
And then China is tracking to do over 100 million as well. And it opens in China at the same
Spider-Man
time.
Homecoming did like, what, 113, something like that? 113, just over 100.
We probably should have written that down. But
Probably.
Yeah, it
We
was.
should probably
over 100
research this
million.
news before we get up here in front of the camera.
Just start spouting stuff.
But yeah, it's going to be a
gonna be
big
awesome.
hit for Marvel. 400 million worldwide on the Sunday after the 3-day opening. That's pretty.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a success. So no matter what Justice League does, I don't think it's going to affect the gross of this movie
No.
at all. But there you have it, folks. Thor, go see it. It's going to be amazing. It has the Hulk in it. Yeah, see it twice.
See it twice. Help Marvel hit that 400 million. They're kind of hurting for money.
Yeah, because Disney needs that money.
Disney, help a brother out. Or, so you can get more of these. So, all right. Chuck star Zachary Levi is cast as Shazam and says he is humbled and honored and ready to hit the gym.
Yeah, he needs to hit the gym.
Yeah. If
He needs to have
gonna
a truck of HGH pull up to his house because he's a.
Yes, if he's going to be the. I mean, you're talking somebody who. Well, I mean, you really need somebody who is going to be analogous to the person you have playing Superman.
Right.
Because they have the same build in the comics. You could make the argument Shazam actually looks a little bigger in the comics.
He does.
But on that front, and you're going to have to help me with the actor's name because he's kind of forgettable. So who is playing Superman right now?
Poor Henry Cavill.
Sorry.
We love you, Henry Cavill. Don't
Yeah.
listen to Doug. He's
Not a huge guy. I mean,
he's not tall, huge. He's pretty muscular though.
I mean, he's muscular, but he is not like comic book muscular.
All right.
So you only have to match that in your Shazam character. I would want somebody bigger, but you really only need to match that.
All right, if you're gonna cast The Rock as Black Adam,
That's true.
I'm like, and you're gonna put fucking Chuck as Shazam up against those two. I'm just saying, this is the guy who when he did the rounds of like the talk shows, he talked about how he went out for Captain America and then realized he wasn't physically fit enough to play Captain America.
Yeah, that's true.
Shazam needs to be a little more physically fit. Now, Zachary Levi is a great actor, and he's going to do good as far as capturing the child in an adult body kind of feel. He's got that. But they got to, man, he needs to get on some serious steroids now, or they need to make a really awesome rubber suit for this guy, because he needs some muscles on that body. I'm telling you what. But I mean, I like. I said he's not big enough, but I like Zachary Levi.
Yeah,
I like Chuck.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I think, like I said, he'll capture that whole Billy Batson as an adult kind of feel, and he'll do perfect with that. And I think that's what they're going for. They figure the physical stuff will come later.
It'll be interesting
because Henry Cavill, even his Superman suit, because he's fairly buff in real life, but even the suit has some muscle augments.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I mean, we'll see. DC has been very hit and miss with their casting. So some casting has been absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
And some has been a little less inspired. So we'll see where we go with that. But in related news, Black Adam has a writer now.
Moving forward with Black Adam.
Yes.
Good luck with his name.
Yeah, let's go. Adam Stakeel, I think. Stakeel. We're going to go with the creator of Unbeatable. Or
Undateable.
Undateable, sorry, not Unbeatable. I don't know where I got that from. So neither Mike or I have seen Undateable, so we don't know anything about this guy's work.
Neither one of us have seen his movies or know how to pronounce his name. But he's writing Black Adam.
So we'll see how that goes. And then we also got actor Mark Strong in talks to play Dr. Sivana as the villain for the Shazam movie.
Mark Strong's a good actor. He was the best part about the Green Lantern movie. So.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing is I almost call it Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
It's like, not Captain Marvel, Shazam.
Shazam, yeah. I mean, Mark Strong was awesome. I mean, that's the sad part about it is he was perfect for, the character in Green Lantern.
Who was he, Sinestro?
Sinestro, yeah. So, I mean, he was perfect as Sinestro. He was... I would like to see him. I was hoping they would keep him as Sinestro when they went with the newer... But apparently now he's going to be, whatever...
Dr.
Zavanna. I'm not familiar with that. I like Captain Marvel. Shazam.
Yes.
But I'm not familiar with...
I don't know his Rogues Gallery because I didn't read his comic. I only liked him in appearances in other books. So.
You liked him in Kingdom Come, let's be honest.
Well, let's just, Kingdom Come,
because that's awesome. The best version of him right there.
Yeah.
All right. Going back to Disney. We talk about Disney need money. Disney's proved themselves to be the thug. I told you about they're going to own everything eventually. The mouse will own everything. They're a corporate giant, and they're using their power to strong arm movie theaters. Apparently, they sent out a strict list of demands for theaters that want to screen Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and those demands include. It's even weird to think, but they want 65% of the box office from that movie.
Now, here's the thing: I don't know what's typical for a movie. Should probably look that up. Yeah.
But everything I read, 65 seemed like a lot. They want 65% of the box office. They also demanding the largest auditorium for the first 4 weeks for those theaters, right? Which none of this seems...
I don't think that's...
you're going to have it anyway.
Outrageous for Star Wars in the time frame we're looking at. Mm-hmm. Like, who else are you going to give that largest theater to?
That's true.
In that time frame.
But, I mean, this seems like there's a long list of demands, and they're pretty strict. They're probably the strictest list of demands on the theaters ever. And, I mean, it's just the top two. There's a whole long list of demands here. But it's not the first time Star Wars has flexed their muscle in theaters. If you remember back to when the prequels came out, the very first prequel, Episode 1, Lucasfilm demanded a cut of the concessions for the first week. I mean, that's where the movie theaters make their money.
That's probably bigger than the 65% of box office.
I don't know. That's going to be pretty...
Because, theaters make almost all of their money from concessions.
Yeah. So they want to cut of concessions. And then in Episode 3 came out, they demanded that theaters upgrade to digital projectors. So thanks to Lucasfilm, we got a big upgrade around in the late 90s to all our theaters to the digital projectors. And a lot of theaters went out of business at that point in the late 90s, all the older ones.
Right, yeah.
But I'm not saying that was because of Star Wars, but it was played a part.
Yeah, sure.
You didn't get...
you didn't get Star Wars. People were going someplace else. So.
Yeah, exactly. So they've done this before. And again, these demands only go into effect if the movie makes $500 million in North America, which is pretty much a given at this point. So, I mean, what can you say about that? Disney has the power, and they're flexing their muscle, and theaters are what? They're going to not do this? They're going to not get Last Jedi? I mean...
Yeah, that's...
it's
interesting.
I mean, a sign of things to come with, how much power, especially with theaters having record low sales numbers last year. They really don't have the power to say no to...
No, you need all of these. Something like this is a guaranteed money. You need that in your theater. Because what else are you going to... I mean, what's that... The Mark Wahlberg freaking Daddy movie. That's the big Christmas movie that's coming out other than this.
Yeah, so you need Star Wars. Yeah. And I, for one, want to welcome our mouse overlord.
All right, in other Star Wars news, Kathleen Kennedy has confirmed that we are getting at least another trilogy. It says more trilogies. Now, whether or not there's multiple or we're just going to get another one. Basically... Once the old cast has handed off everything at the end of Episode 9, we will then get a Episode 10, 11, and 12 with the new cast.
Right.
I guess that means I hope that means they're locking all of these people into contracts for the next 3 movies so that we keep the same cast.
As we've seen, you can't say no to the mouse. So I don't think they. I think they make an offer they can't refuse.
I mean, because I like all of the actors who are playing, the new focus actors for, this trilogy we're in right now. I like them all.
I just hope they don't kill off Luke, right? I mean, he's the last one left, right? And it's fine if he's not the focus of the movies going forward, but I'd like to have him like in the background,
maybe
Yoda style,
Yoda style, yeah,
somewhere. But
we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
I don't know what they're going with.
I like these actors. Well, they've always said when they first came out, the theory was they're going to have the main trilogy of movies, and then everything else, they have these offshoot movies, which they've branded a Star Wars story.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So they're something a Star Wars story.
Right.
And then the main trilogy. So we'll see what happens. And they've always said the main trilogy focuses on the Skywalker family. It's always been about the Skywalker family. So we'll see who's related to who.
Right. Yeah.
Hopefully in December.
Yes. Yep. So all right. Let's.
All right. So Russo brothers.
Staying with the mouse.
Sticking with the mouse. The all-powerful mouse. We're talking about Avengers Infinity War and how it owes a lot to heist movies. We're looking at a heist movie. Now, Marvel does this. They take a genre, they take everyone complains that they're very formulaic about their superhero movies, but they've taken different genres of movies and made superhero movies.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting outright comedy with Thor. We had, the spy thriller with Captain America Winter Soldier. Right? I mean, we're having all these different, we get like the space opera with, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get a heist movie with Avengers Infinity War, which they're talking about Thanos always staying one step ahead of the heroes as he's trying to steal the Infinity Gems, right? So it's going to be them tracking him down. And recent set photos just leaked yesterday of a flashback to the first Avengers movie at the end of it where Loki's got the Tesseract, or they got the Tesseract and they're taking Loki home. Thor's taking Loki home and he's got the muzzle on or whatever he's got,
Yeah, okay.
So what that means is, I don't know, could mean anything. Depending on what order he gets these in, if he grabs a time gem, it could be some time hopping.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens there. They also could use this to totally, when they talk about it won't be the same afterwards, if he's done some time alteration, he could change the MCU for...
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Maybe that's where how they explain the 8-year anomaly from Spider-Man Homecoming.
Possibly, yeah.
All right, but they also tease a lot of surprise characters, too. They said there's going to be a lot of characters that we've seen before in other Marvel movies, and there's a lot of characters that they're going to get, much bigger parts or whatever.
Okay.
The way they worded it, I'm really hoping Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show up in it.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Something. I'm just because who else? I mean, everybody in there, they're throwing a kitchen sink into this movie, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much every hero who's had a movie. We're talking about some of the lower characters.
Yeah.
They did mention the kid from earlier this week. The kid from Iron Man 3.
Oh yeah,
is got an increased role in one of these movies, so he could be one of the ones we're talking about. But they said there's going to be a lot of surprises, so sounds like next year we're going to treat with the Infinity War. So
I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
Yep.
All right, we got some interesting Venom movie news. Well, if you can say interesting with Venom movie.
This is your favorite movie to report on.
I'm so jazzed to see this movie. Can't wait. They're with production underway, they've put out a casting call for Asian villagers without modern haircuts. So
it's a wide range there.
Yeah. So there may be, obviously there's going to be some sort of flashback. Mm-hmm. Now, whether that's a flashback to like a Vietnam era type thing, or we're going back even further to like feudal Japan or something like that.
Yeah. They couldn't get any more vague than Asian villagers without modern haircuts.
Yeah. So
that could be anything.
It could be modern day, just not, in very, very rural area or something. So anyways, there's all kinds of speculation about this might be a point to a different origin for the suit, for the symbiote.
Yeah.
So
if they're not using Spider-Man, then he could have...
maybe the symbiote's been around since feudal Japan or something like that, and there's always been somebody wearing it, or who knows.
Yeah, so...
Literally.
Venom news. We also got an image of Tom Hardy. Well, Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock, which is basically Tom Hardy
as Tom Hardy
with
wearing some
wearing a press pass. That's pretty much So picture Tom Hardy with a press pass and a lanyard, and there you have Eddie Brock. There you go. All right, moving on. Other Marvel news. New Warriors will no longer air on Freeform. Now, this was a your comedy superhero show, and it was designed for Freeform itself. But apparently, the pilot, quote, tested through the roof.
So they're like, this is too small a venue for this.
This is too small a venue for this. So they're shopping it around now. But there also is word that Disney wants it for because it did so well, they want it to premiere on their streaming service.
Their new streaming service.
But that's another year out.
I didn't know we had a specific release date for it. It's just coming sometime in the future.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and they still have their Netflix deal through the end of next year.
Yeah.
Right? So if it's this hot a property, if they want to sit on it for 2 years, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I have a feeling we'll see it. Well, I don't know. Mouse is all powerful, so who knows what they're going to do.
But maybe they fast-tracked their streaming service.
Yeah.
They've got plenty of stuff to put on it.
I know you're excited for Squirrel Girl, though.
Oh, yeah.
So
my favorite Marvel character ever.
Next to Venom.
Yeah. I just loved the time that she wore the Venom costume and beat up Thanos and Galactus at the same time.
Yeah. It's a Marvel TV show. I will watch it. If I sat through season 2 of S.H.I.E.L.D., I will... I will watch this movie or this TV series. All right.
Last story. Some Justice League news. Apparently, Warner Brothers has stopped production on Flashpoint to wait and see how Justice League does.
Yeah. There's two ways to look at that news right now. One, that
they're nervous.
They're nervous, and they want to go, okay, well, we'll see how this does, and to measure whether or not they're going to reset the DCEU.
Right.
With Flashpoint.
Correct.
Right? Because earlier, Negan, what's his name? Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Oh, okay.
Teased him playing Thomas Wayne because he played Bruce Wayne's father in the Batman vs. Superman movie.
Okay.
Right? Teased him playing Thomas Wayne in the Flashpoint movie. So who knows what they're going to do with that. But also, if you look at it this way, this is basically a second Justice League movie. It's going to have all the characters in Flashpoint, right?
Oh,
it's
right.
just like Civil War was basically an Avengers movie, right?
Yeah, okay.
Which is a big budget, a lot of money thrown at it. And before they do that, they want to see how Justice League does.
Right.
So we don't know how to take that yet, but my guess is they're looking to reboot if it fails.
Yeah. Or at least, mess with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, in interesting news, Danny Elfman has confirmed that his classic Batman score from the 80s is going to be featured in the movie.
Wow. So we're going to get John Williams' original Superman score, and Tim Burton's Batman music, orchestrated music in the new Justice League movie. They're pulling out all the stops for the nostalgia for this movie.
Yeah.
Come like this movie. We got all the stuff that...
Please like this movie.
You like John Williams' Superman score and a Batman score? Johnny Elfman's Superman score? Hey, man. I'm excited for the movie just for those.
Yeah.
Just to hear those again in a modern movie.
All right, yeah. So when you take those two, and then the all but confirmed appearance of a Green Lantern, and what we've seen in the trailers, I am pretty excited for the Justice League movie.
Yeah.
There was a time that I was just like, oh, come on. Can we just scrap this all and go back and build each character up one at a time?
But after starting with Wonder Woman and then getting all this news, Josh Whedon in the whole bit.
Yeah, I am more optimistic and excited for this movie than I have been for a really long time.
Wednesday of this week, they had screenings for people. I know there's embargo. If only we had a way of telling how people thought about the movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, all we got out of that was critic Siddhant Adalka, I think.
Yeah.
Just talking about the sandwich he ate there, where he said, it was made by two different chefs with contrasting styles, but it worked really well. Apparently, the fish was a bit underwhelming, but the dark meat was the best he had seen in quite a while. And the Wonder Bread definitely stole the show. He also said the iceberg lettuce turned out to be a pleasant surprise. That thread has since been deleted.
Yeah, well, I don't know about Justice League, but that sandwich sounded awesome.
Yeah. Can't wait for that sandwich. Hopefully it'll be in all theaters.
That's right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there you have it, folks. The nerd news for the week. We didn't get any comics this week, or any gaming news this week, but we'll be back more next week with it.
Yeah.
The truth is, we're too excited to see Thor, so we're finishing this up early so we can head out to go see that. But we'll be back with a Thor review at some point this weekend.
Yeah, hopefully, you'll see it shortly after this. Maybe Friday night, Saturday.
Depends how
we'll see how it goes.
We got to whip the editors and see how quickly we can make a move.
Yes.
But we'll see you back next week. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. If you want to support the show, there's a link to our Patreon down below. And as always, we'll see you next week.
Check out our other shows.
Check out our other shows.
They're right out here.